Hey, what's going on, my peoples? I'm back with another action figure video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Legacy Collection R2-X2. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So, right up front here, you have R2-X2, right there. Build-A-Droid, Darth Maul offer, that expired so long ago. And up at the top here, you got Star Wars Legacy Collection, a very awesome image of R2-X2 with only his projector lit up for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. And on the back of the packaging, we can see the Build-A-Droid for this wave, the rest of the wave down here, and then for some reason R2-X2 in the obligatory product shot is using the Build-A-Droid mold. But he really sports the R4-G9 mold, and basically what that is twist the head, third leg retracts. Don't know why he's a Build-A-Droid in this picture. Maybe they originally planned for him to be. I don't know. Don't care. And there he is in the briefing room scene right next to R2. Well, no, he's not. He is next to R2, but just not in that picture. You know what I mean. Anyway. And here's your bio if you would like to read it. Right there. And that's basically it for the packaging. I'm not gonna throw this because I have been thinking about a certain concept, and let me know what you guys think as the video goes on and I talk about it, but that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have little R2-X2. Honestly, this is my favorite astromech in the original trilogy, and I'm not counting R2 because this is like astromechs other than him. But yeah, and he is an R2 unit, so he looks like an R2 unit, just with his own kind of colors and patterns. But basically, this uses the R4-G9 mold, so like I said, twist the dome, the third leg retracts down, as you can see it's stored up in there, with some nice white rolling wheels, and yeah. So, let's talk about articulation first. The head, or dome, whatever, domed head, dome, whatever you want to call it, is on a swivel, and you can't swivel it both ways, but if you swivel it this way, it clicks, and then you twist it, and the third leg will retract down, which I think is the best feature of 3 3/4-inch astromechs. So, yeah, I really like that kind of engineering, and as you can see, if I turn it the same way to retract the third leg down, his head clicks. So, but there is his third leg, and just, and basically he has the swivel shoulders right here, and the hinged ankles, and all you have to do is get him angled back, and I am a OCD person, so that's why I'm having to, like, make sure it's all flat and everything. I don't know why, but there he is in his tripod stance, and there you go, there he is in his tripod stance. So, yeah, let's go over the paint apps. The paint's done really well. I gotta be honest, there were some things that were inaccurate, and there's still some things that are inaccurate, but let me talk about the inaccuracies first. The panel with his processor state indicator was dark green, and that was not supposed to be that color. It's supposed to be the same white as the rest of the panels on the lower part of his head, and then the rest of his head. Oh, sorry, that was my curly fries in the toaster oven. I'll get that later. But yeah, and some other inaccuracies I kept because I actually liked the color choices and the divisions. But like the silver on his power bus cables, they're actually supposed to be copper, and I kept these silver because I don't like the copper on copper on cable. What? The copper on the dark green, it just didn't look great to me. I was like, ew, on that. So I kept them silver, and I kept this silver panel right here next to his power recharge coupling because I liked the different color, and I also liked the dark green stripes on his shoulders and these little painted bits right here. So all that I kept. What I did change was I tried to paint that panel with his front processor state indicator. I tried to paint that white. It didn't look that great, so I scraped it all off, even the green, excuse me. And I painted the panel with his logic function displays right there. And I also painted the rest of the panels back here for the diagnostic display in that same dark green color. And then I try to outline these two panels in dark green, just like presumably in the movie, but I know for sure on especially on the prop that UK R2 builder Brad Oakley did, because Brad Oakley did build his own R2-X2. So I kind of took some cues or some reference from that. I don't know if it's entirely accurate, but I mean, R2-X2 was actually in Solo as well, so I'm basing this off of that Solo prop. But yeah, so that's all I did for the head. For the legs, basically all I did was I painted the silver shoulder rod right here and the buttons right here, silver on both sides. And then I included some silver and black in the leg panel, and then some black right here for the kind of, it looks like a strap for the ankle rod, but it's not actually a strap. And then for the power bus kit, or the fuel cell, power cell kind of latches, I painted them silver with some black details in there. And then for the body, or the third leg I should say, I painted the two rods right there in silver. And then for the body, I did these vents in black and silver. So that's all the changes I made. It took me a few hours to do, but pretty worth it. Oh, and then the black for the turned off projector bulbs here and here. I didn't do the front one because it's already pretty dark in there. So plus you could put in some kind of, if you have some kind of projection that pegs into the projector like R4G9 did of UDPOW, you could take that or any kind of holographic display and plug it in right there. So that's why I didn't change that. But yeah, yellow for the front, processor state indicator, blue for the back, it's more of a light blue. And then for the diagnostic display, if you could kind of sort of see, painted black with some blue and red dots in there for the pixelation or pulsing kind of effects. And then some, I kept them black here, but I put some little yellow dots in the logic function displays. So there is that. And for comparison, here he is with R2-BHD, who is also built by Brad Oakley. And since Brad Oakley built both of these droids, does that mean they're brothers? I'd kind of say they're brothers. It'd be cool if they were brothers. But there you go. So there he is with R2-BHD, also known as 2B. Here he is with Chopper, C110P. Obviously, he's going to be taller because Chopper is a C1 series astromech, and R2-X2 is a R2 series astromech. So there we go. And here he is with R2-D2, who was standing next to him in the briefing room when they were going over the Death Star plans. If you heard that pop, I'm sorry, that was my neck. It's starting to get very stiff and started to hurt. Anyway, there is that. Oh, and I painted, and these are tiny, that's why I didn't really point them out, but the black there, and like the little bits of black here, and then in the same places on the back, I painted black, which you can't really see. There you go, you can see right there. But yeah, just because detail. But for one final comparison, here he is with Entertainment Earth exclusive R2-X2, and I prefer the dark green over the black. I mean, that's not to say the black is awful. I don't mind it. It's just this is more accurate, and I prefer accuracy. And plus, I don't know, I just like the dark green. I don't know why, but there you have that. And this is the concept, and I'm going to move LC, Legacy Collection X2 out of the way. And I'm going to bring the packaging back in for a moment. I'm thinking, since I'm not going to be using this one anymore, because now I have the dark green one, I'm probably going to take this, and just let me know if you think this is a good idea. If it's not, if you think I shouldn't do it, then I won't do it. But if you think I should do it, then obviously I will. But I'm thinking maybe taking this R2-X2 and putting it in here. Because as you can see, I kept the inserts and everything, so I was thinking maybe I could take this one, put it in here, and have this one out for, displaying pictures, whatever. So let me know what you think, and maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. I don't know for sure, but yeah. So there you have that. So here you have, there you have R2-X2, and honestly, I know I have the black and white version before I got this version, but I just really wanted this version. I don't know why. Like I said, I guess I just liked the dark green, the black, and the white, and the silver, obviously. And this is just a really well, even before the paint apps I applied to really make this guy pop, he really did look cool. But I think he looks a lot better now that I touched him up. And yeah, I actually thought about doing the back PSI half pink or pinkish red, half blue. But then I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do that because I have the front one as yellow over half green, half yellow, because of it just being easier and for the lack of taking forever. So yeah, that's basically what I did. So yeah, very happy with this guy. Very happy that I was able to get him at the Holocron toy store, which if you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, check it out. Maybe they'll have a figure you want. I mean, it's sometimes a bit pricey, but you kind of have to keep in mind that there may have been not as much, you kind of have to keep in mind that maybe they didn't have enough figures, like Hasbro didn't have enough figures of a certain, maybe Hasbro didn't have enough copies of certain figures to keep the value low. Like, I don't know, like Clone Wars Padme, which was like $20 or, whatever. But that's not to say that they don't have good prices. Because, yeah, Pre-Vizsla from the Clone Wars is expensive. I mean, he's like the most expensive Clone Wars figure they have up there. At least in the section that Andrew and I saw, my brother. But that's probably because they didn't have a lot of Pre-Vizsla, and so over time he got very valuable. I don't know, but But yeah, this guy was 30 bucks, which honestly is not that bad of a deal because he's almost 10 years old. He's an almost 10-year-old figure, and I'm very glad to be getting him, and maybe I'll do like different pictures for different anniversaries of these guys releasing. I don't know. It's just a thought, but yeah. So there you go. There you have R2-X2, who is the astromech droid of Red 10, also known as, let me look real quick because I forget the name, but Red 10 is Thuron-Net. So there you go. He is the astromech of Thuron-Net, if I can show you right here. Right, there you go. And they are both Red 10. So there you go. There you have R2-X2, or X2 if you would like to call him. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, before I go, actually, I'm having to redo my Clone Wars astromech video because it just wasn't that great, to be honest, and I rambled on and on and on, and yeah, so I'm gonna try to redo that, or I'll just showcase R6H5, my custom R6H5, and I will just include what I did to some of the other Clone Wars droids. So yeah, there you go. There's that, and I am going to go eat some Arby's fries with spicy ketchup. So that'll be awesome. So yeah. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you in the next one.